What's up, everybody? My name is Lisa, for those of you that don't know. Okay, today's reading, it's titled Feelings. It's okay to have and feel our feelings, all of them. Years into recovery, okay, and recovery is just talking about from the time that you started working on yourself, okay, from the inside out. Years into recovery, we may still be battling with ourselves about this issue, okay, about feelings. Of all the prohibit of all the prohibitions we've lived with, this one is potentially the most damaging and the most long-lived. Many of us needed to shut down the emotional part of ourselves to survive certain situations. We shut down the part of us that feels anger, sadness, fear, joy, and love. We may have turned off our sexual or sensual feelings too. Many of us lived in systems with people who refused to tolerate our emotions. We were shamed or reprimanded for expressing feelings, usually by people who were taught to repress their own. So that doesn't mean like somebody like going, oh, don't share your feelings, Lisa. It's like you go to respond or react to whatever's happening, and then like somebody says, oh, you're crazy, oh, whatever, okay? And then you stop voicing. So it starts being held inside, because it's like you're seeing that it doesn't make a difference to express your emotions anyway, okay? So that's like being shamed, or reprimanded for expressing your feelings, all right? But times have changed. It is okay now for us to acknowledge and accept our emotions. We don't need to allow our emotions to control us. Neither do we need to rigidly repress our feelings, okay? And there's a balance there. I mean, that takes tons of fucking practice right there, okay? To move from that place of like just being like completely rageful and reacting, and versus like stuffing, because it's like I can like still feel that rage coming on, all right, but if I'm not like getting it out, like maybe I'm like holding it in, like I'm not gonna flip out, but it's like I still need to get that out. And how am I getting that out? For me, I've been doing breathing. It's been really helpful. I can feel the rage. I can feel the rage. I can feel my body just automatically wanting to react to a certain situation. And for me, I've been breathing, and I feel like I've shared that before. But anyway, okay. But times have changed. It's okay now for us to acknowledge and accept our emotions. We don't need to allow our emotions to control us. Neither do we need to rigidly repress our feelings. Our emotional center is a valuable part of us. It's connected to our physical well-being, our thinking, and our spirituality. Our feelings are also connected to that great gift, instinct. They enable us to give and receive love. We are neither weak nor deficient for indulging in our feelings. It means we're becoming healthy and whole. Today, I will allow myself to recognize and accept whatever feelings pass through me without shame. I will tune into the emotional part of myself. Okay, that is just, I don't know, this was beautiful for me right here. I'm going to read it again. Today, I will allow myself to recognize and accept whatever feelings pass through me without shame. I will tune into the emotional part of myself. And I just feel like that is so perfect for just where we're at. It's the end of the year, and I know that a lot of people have had a tough year. I know that it's been tough for me too. Just this, there's been a lot of purging and cleansing for everybody. A lot of relationships have ended, jobs have ended or changed. Relationships have changed. Dynamics have changed. Um, uh, and it's been a lot to deal with. Some people are handling it better than others. And what did that say? I just want to read it again. Where did I put it? Today, I will allow myself to recognize and accept whatever feelings pass through me without shame. And thank God, that we can do that without shaming ourselves or feeling bad. It's like, I'm not into stuffing my emotions anymore. I don't really care who thinks I'm crazy because I release my feelings. For a long time, I didn't even cry in my life. Okay. And then when I got sober, I remember the woman who really took me under her wing. I remember one day, she just burst into tears. She got off the phone with someone and just burst into tears. She was so overwhelmed. And I remember looking at her in shock because, like, where I come from, it's like, you don't do that in front of people, okay? You don't show that you're hurting or that you're sad like that. Like, you get kicked when you're down like that. It's like, man up, mind over matter. What the fuck are you crying about? Like that kind of mentality. And I remember her crying, just bursting into tears. And I sat there in shock, okay? And I remember her saying to me, Lisa, I hope that you don't think any less of me because, she hears that here she is. She's like my mentor. Okay. And so she doesn't want me to look down on her, because she's crying, and like think that but she's like, um, but it's okay to like, she was the first person that taught me that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to share your emotions, to be vulnerable. And she showed me her humanness. Like, she gave me the freedom to be human. And I had to learn how to be human because up until that moment, like, I didn't think that there was any other way to be. Like, where I came from was so fake. All right. Everything was like about appearance and just like putting up this facade. And here was this woman that, like, in my eyes, she was so together and so like, she's so wise. I mean, and she was, and it didn't change the fact that she was. But it's like, none of those, just because you show up that way, and just because, yes, you can make sensible decisions, or yes, you do have a way of life, or whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't mean that you're any less human. And it's like, it doesn't, it's not like, what she showed me was like, it's not like I'm ever going to get to a point where I'm done looking at myself. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm so grateful for that because that was like my first taste of freedom right there, and it's been a process, and I'm still going through it. I freedom takes on different meanings the longer that I stay working on myself from the inside out, and I don't know. There's three things she used to say to me. Um, don't forget where you come from, stay small, and a grateful drunk won't drink, Lisa. She's like, you remember that? Phew, you're good for life. And I think about those three things. Like, you don't have to say drunk, I used to drink a lot, so anyway, let's see the card for today. Give me one card for the collective today. And I just share my experience. It's not because I feel like I know anything, because I don't, all right? I share my experience in hopes that you can relate to me, in hopes that you can, like, just feel like you can do it too. Because trust me, like, that's how much hope I had in myself, okay? It's why I wear a mustard seed around my neck here, to remind me, like, you see that mustard seed there? That's teeny tiny. That's the amount of willingness I have to move forward and to continue to look at myself, okay? That's all it takes right there, okay? And when I look at that, I'm like, I can fucking do that, because I'm stubborn. But I wear it right here so I can remember, if nothing changes, nothing fucking changes. So it's like, I'm continuing to be willing to do the work. If you want your life to change, you have to work. It doesn't matter what your living arrangement is. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. It doesn't matter what your job is. What I've learned is that it comes from the inside. It's about being a better person. It's about feeling confident about myself. It's about knowing that I count, I matter. That's what I want to share. And because where I came from, I was so not there. I've come from a place where everything looked amazing on the outside, okay? But I felt like shit on the inside. I couldn't be myself. I had to drink and do drugs and in order to feel comfortable in my skin. And today I don't have to fucking do that. And I come on here and I talk about some crazy ass shit, and I share very personally, and I don't care. I'm doing it because I know I know that change can happen. I know that no matter what, like, I'm going to get out of life what I put into it. I'm going to get out of my change what I put into making that change. You know, it's not anybody else's fault. My peace of mind is fucking everything to me. Everything. I'd live in a cardboard box before I gave away my peace of mind. That's how precious it is. And it's been a step by step by step. It's like getting knocked down and getting back up, getting knocked down and getting back up, you know, learning through all the mistakes. You know, every time I've made a mistake, it's allowed me to have a little bit more compassion for myself, because until I started to have compassion for myself, I couldn't have compassion for you or anybody else. Life is not a race, man. We're just here to learn. Look, the blade. All right. I said not that one. Where's the book? Here it is. All right, the blade. Look at this. Kind of looks like a knife, right? And it just reminded me of that scene in shit. What was it called? The Princess Bride. You know, when they bring Wesley to the wizard to bring him back to life, and the wizard's like, he didn't say. He said, okay, here it is. They said, shut up. Let me just keep reading. The essence, okay. The blade represents sharpness of mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power. Bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. Dang. See, it's like, what's that saying? Okay, they just said with great power comes great responsibility. That's from Spider-Man, all right? That's Uncle Ben. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. It's time to put down the sword and place it back into its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are trying you. Oh, wait. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. Dang, dude. I just heard don't walk away in anger. It's pause. God is in the pause. Okay. Or if you don't want to use the word God, 1, 2, 3, then speak. Okay. There you go, guys. I love you. I will see you soon. Look, gratitude is forever the fucking attitude. All right. It'll get you through anything. At least according to me. And I've heard other people say it too. Okay. So I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye.